And I feel like that is the pro of getting left back. I feel like some people do need the extra help, and that is coming from a kid that literally needed the extra help. And with taking that away, literally you are dooming children. Because the thing is, when it comes to learning, once things get hard, you don't want to do it anymore. Especially if in your mind it's making you feel like you're lesser of yourself, you're dumb, or you're not, you know what I mean, you're not capable. So you're just gonna give up point blank. So imagine kids that are just being pushed through like a fucking conveyor belt, pushed through. What happens when you get to the end of the line? Mind you, we over here making Woody dolls, right? What happens when you get to the end of the line and you realize it's just a fucking hat? Bitch ain't no fucking Woody. He created No Child Left Behind for people like him. People that have the connections, that don't need education to get through in life. But if you are of the lower class and you need education is your key way out, why the fuck are you speedrunning it? That doesn't even make sense. Hey city boys, it's me, Saint, your favorite newscaster, your favorite planter, you know, mama with a green thumb, your favorite ladylike, your favorite hot tamale, hot tamale. Your favorite gal with the Benz Punani. Let me stop. I don't know why they came into my mind. Anyways, hey city boys, how are you guys doing today? I wanted to make a video, city boys, about no child, like I wanted to give my stance on No Child Left Behind as a child that was left behind, okay? City boys, so quick little backstory on me. I grew up in the hood. Girl, I grew up in the hood. Y'all can tell, you know, I get down, I don't play. Listen. Nah, but growing up, you know, I was the last child of my parents, and my mom always said that I was like very fast with learning and all that, but I've always had a hard time with reading. And I don't know what it is about reading, but like the words would just get jumbled up in my mind, and then I'll end up getting very frustrated, and then I just be giving up, you know what I mean? So I was in 2nd grade, and 3rd grade is when they start the state tests. Well, I don't know about other states, but in New York, in 3rd grade, in 3rd grade is when they start the state test. So we were doing like state test prep, and you know, like you would go out and do your reading test and all that kind of stuff, and they would give you a reading score and all that. But the teacher that I had was a white lady, and I'm not gonna hold you, she was not a good teacher. I had good white teachers before. She was not one of them, and she was not attentive, and then she ended up getting pregnant like halfway through the semester, so she really stopped caring, girl. I mean, not the semester, the school year. So she really stopped caring, girl. So it was just bad. And my mom really didn't like her, but I forgot what had happened. I think we had did like a reading test or something, and like we had to like practice at home, and my mom was realizing like how bad my reading was. So she ended up having a meeting with my teacher, and I didn't know about it, but she had a meeting with my teacher, and she basically told her that she wants me to be held back a grade so that I could better up my reading, because she doesn't want me to go into 3rd grade and doing the state test and feel even worse about myself, because now there's an actual grade on the line. So my teacher ends up agreeing, and they end up leaving me back, so I had to do 2nd grade again. And I'm gonna be honest, I remember, I will never forget getting back my report card. You know, on the back of your report card it would tell you what your new class is, and all I saw was a 2, and my heart just fell into my asshole. I'm gonna be honest, my heart fell into my asshole. And I remember that day my uncle, he ended up picking me up from school, and that's like one of my cool uncles, and he didn't know what was going on, so he's just laughing, ha ha hee ha. Girl, I'm over here like this, because ain't shit funny. The whole summer it was on my mind. And I remember came back to school in the 1st year, well in the summer, come back to, not in the summer, but fall comes, come back to school. 1st day of school, I remember my mom took me to school, and I didn't want her to leave, girl. I was standing behind her because I'm over here in the 2nd grade line, all my friends is in the 3rd grade line, girl. And I was just so fucking embarrassed. And I told you guys before, that's when my whole bullying stuff started. And all the friends that I had in 2nd grade, either they started to bully me, it's one of 3. Either they started to bully me, they acted like they didn't know me, or no, it was one of 2. Either they started to bully me or they acted like they didn't know me. That was just how it was. So it was hard, I ain't gonna hold you, it was really, really fucking hard. But at the same time now, after getting left back, I was in the special class for what was it, a year? Yeah, for 1 year I was in a special class, and then after that I was in the scholar class, as you would say. And then after that, I told you guys, middle school and high school I went to an early college school. So everything ended up working out very, very well in my in my case. And I feel like that is the pro of getting left back. I feel like some people do need the extra help, and that is coming from a kid that literally needed the extra help. And with taking that away, literally you are dooming children. Because the thing is, when it comes to learning, once things get hard, you don't want to do it anymore. Especially if in your mind it's making you feel like you're lesser of yourself, you're dumb, or you're not, you know what I mean, you're not capable. So you're just gonna give up point blank. So imagine kids that are just being pushed through like a fucking conveyor belt, pushed through. What happens when you get to the end of the line? Mind you, we over here making Woody dolls, right? What happens when you get to the end of the line and you realize it's just a fucking hat? Bitch, ain't no fucking Woody. How many steps can you go back to get all those different parts? And what does that take out of you to keep going through all those steps again? Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's why the college levels are where it's at. That's why the kids are slow. The kids can't read. The kids can't do math. Kids can't even detect what certain fucking coins are, city boys. When I tell you I worked at Burlington, if the kids were not using Apple Pay, city boys, they did not know how much fucking money they had in their hands. There were so many times I had to run kids down with change because they just gave it to me. And they thought that this is enough for what they were paying for. It was so sad. And this is what they want because they are starting the new industrial complex. I'm gonna keep talking about that because that's what it's on my spirit. They are dumbing these kids down because one, AI is taking over everything. Computers, electronics, whatever. Robots are taking over everything. But on top of that, they gonna have these kids working like how they had those little babies working in the industrial revolution. Trump is trying to start the new industrial revolution. This shit is sad. It is so sad. When I tell you, city boys, and I can't even be mad at the kids, bitch, I'm mad at the fucking parents. There needs to be more parents that were like my mom that went to the teachers and said, hey, my kid is not ready. I'm not gonna lie. There was years I was really mad with my mom for that because I went through so much hardship as it relates to me being left back. But now as an adult, I'm sitting back. I couldn't imagine where I would be if I was just pushed through. I wouldn't have gone to college because for one, I wouldn't have went to my early college school. I would probably end up in one of them hood ass schools that was near my house that be fighting and people be stabbing each other up and shit. I'm being honest. Literally, I'm being so for real. Sometimes you have to do that hard thing because at the end of the day, it works everything out. Now I know how to actually properly read. Not read just to get the work done, but read to understand. What happened to learning how to actively listen? What happened to learning how to read to pick up key words and key signs? People are just reading to get shit over with. You don't even know what the actual topic and the whole discussion, the whole point. You don't know none of that shit. Because you were never forced to understand. You are only forced to learn how to get through, not learn how to succeed. And that's another thing that puts us as a black collective, no matter the fucking diaspora, on a lower scale compared to white people. I'm gonna be honest. And they're doing this shit on purpose. And these parents don't fucking care. These parents do not care. These parents are not helping their kids out in their homework. These parents are not checking up, oh, what's going on, asking you at the end of the day what's going on in school. Bring back leaving kids behind. Some kids need to get left behind so they can really catch up. This is the race between the hare and the tortoise. Whole time they thinking if they put you on the root of the hare and push you through, you're going to win the race. But who won the race? The turtle. The turtle was taking his time. The hare was over here taking naps, doing this, doing that, because it had so much extra time, right? Because it got pushed through, because it's like, oh, I'm so fast, I'm so fast. And what did the turtle do? Won, right? Because the turtle really observed everything. The turtle saw what was really going on. Because the turtle was actually learning through the process. Learning through this whole thing. City boys, if you have children, city boys, or if you plan on having children, don't just have them and let them out in this world and think that these teachers or these school officials are going to do their job, city boys. You better come right behind them adding to it. Right now, if you don't have kids right now, or even if you do, sit down and do some fucking research and figure some stuff out. So you can put your children in the best possible position that you can put them in. Because that's our duties. As elders, not even just as parents, as elders, that is our duty. Is to lead the next generation in the best possible position. No Child Left Behind was created by George Bush because he was fucking left behind. because he was fucking dunce. Okay? But the thing is, No Child Left Behind works for those people that have those connections. The junior, he's a fucking slow ass. Let me hold it. Let me think about it. Let me gather myself. He's a very uneducated man that should have just stuck to being an artist. And I'm not coming for artists because y'all already know I'm the best creator of all time. He created No Child Left Behind for people like him. People that have the connections, that don't need education to get through in life. But if you are of the lower class and you need education is your key way out, why the fuck are you speedrunning it? That doesn't even make sense. Why would you speedrun it? Wouldn't you try to take all the time that you can to learn all that you can so you're able to use that in the different parts of your life? Or am I wrong? No Child Left Behind was created to destroy the black community, city boys. Or let's keep it deeper than that. Not only the black community, but the poor community, the lower class community, okay? So I want you guys to think about that every time you think about No Child Left Behind. Every time that you see those videos of kids that are not able to read certain words, that are not able to tell time, that are not able to count coins, I want you to remember No Child Left Behind. That is what it was designated for. That's what it was created for. Another gap. So we have wealth gap, we have a race gap, education gap. What other gaps? Social economic gap. What other gaps? And they're creating them just to make sure that we're all on different levels. Just to make sure that they always have a one-up. But that's all I gotta really say about this topic. Just something, oh my goodness, just something cute, sweet for the kids, alright? Just something cute, sweet for the kids. But city boys, I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers, city boys. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers for my birthday, okay? October 20th, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, okay? That's my gift that I want for my birthday, okay? So please help me make it come true. If you have any like video ideas that you guys want me to do, please let me know. But yeah, it's me, Saint, your favorite city boy. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to Club City Boy. Bye, city boys. Quote Saint, nevermore.